Hey guys, today is February the 1st of 2015. I want to go over the euro dollar and using price and time technical analysis. So please pause the video and read the video disclaimer. First off, I want to show you that I got a lot of emails. Where have I been? Have I disappeared? What happened? Over to the videos and the updates. I want to show you a couple of sites that I use for updates when I don't have videos or I'm not doing videos, because I've been traveling and busy doing other projects. One is on Google Plus US Dollar. You can look me up there. I post different ideas, sometimes stocks or whatever, currencies, oil, whatever. And then I have Forex price and time technical analysis. That you could definitely see more of the Forex stuff there that I post. Like here, my calculations are correct. US dollar sells off today. That was the 30th. And it did it, as you can see in the chart, at a triangle there, and it's just still hanging in there. Let's see how this open is going to be. Today should be an interesting day when it opens up. And then lastly, we got a community which is 136 members as of now, and it's Forex price and time technical analysis. And mostly, I keep my updates there when I'm not doing video. And the last couple of weeks and months, I've been just doing more updates. And today is my first video for the year, so I figured I just give you a heads up on that, so like that if I'm not doing videos, you could just come over here and see my trading and my signals and what I'm thinking, what I'm doing, what I'm waiting for, possible swing levels to watch, dates approaching, change in trend possibilities, stuff like that. That I just like put it up and share it, and then you guys could decide what you think is good and what's best and what's not. Let's get into trading. As you can see, the euro sentiment is down. Large speculators are still shorting. Retail is still shorting. Commercial are still buying and hedging. Same thing here on the net positions. Large speculators shorting. Retail shorting, or kind of flat sideways, and commercial hedging, buying. If you look at the dollar, you can see that the dollar is interesting. As of the 20th of January, started selling off. So the large speculators are either locking in profits, thinking there's a top coming, so let's get out ahead of the herd. Retail is still stuck thinking, the dollar's going higher, and commercial are still thinking the dollar is still going higher, so we're shorting it, or they're hedging. Same thing here. You can see it here reflecting on the net positions. Dollar, large speculators kind of unwinding, and retail starting to even go long here. The dollar, they're always late. They're always late to the move. Next thing I want to show you, this level right here, that 1096 is a key level. Keep an eye on that. I think the bottom is around this range. Somewhere around this range, the bottom is in for the euro. I know a lot of people think that's hard to believe, but my calculations are correct. Like I say, I think the bottom is right here, right in this range, this level right here. If it pushes lower than that, then you know what? The euro is going even much lower. But I think we're going to pause right here. Maybe bounce up, maybe retest it, and then shoot back up, or maybe bounce up, test it, fail, and even push even lower. But that's what my calculations are saying. So let's see if it pans out. We took out that 1643 level, which was a key level, and flushed it all down. So I don't know, maybe this was like a last little flush and then go higher. But we'll see. Seasonal dates you want to watch are the 18th, the 20th, and the 26th. What's the 18th? That's a Monday. The 20th is Friday, and the 26th is a Thursday. So those dates you want to keep an eye on. The euro could be a possible pivot low, volatility increases, or a pivot swing. So just keep an eye on those dates. Another thing you want to see, is it time to buy the euro? According to the Gann swing bar, the signal is not in yet to buy the euro. It's still short, so it's kind of consolidating right here. You had an inside day, kind of poking and perking here, but I think that it might test this low again, or it might start trending higher and do a wave or whatever. But we'll see. The day is young, it's early, but right now, you know, this is a key video to watch because if my calculations are correct, like I said, we're in the beginning stages of maybe a possible, you know, turn for the euro. Let's go to our Gann grid. You can see this is a monthly chart, May 8th, or the month of May. Look how much we sold. Cracked the 1 by 1. Cracked the 50%, the 2132. Cracked the 1 by 1 here. And this is the month of June. Actually, this is the month of June. Failed over here and found support. Pierced it, but found support at the 38.2%, which is at 1210. And this is the month of February, and now we're above it. So it wouldn't surprise me when we push lower, test it, or maybe test this leaving this low, or maybe even test this angle here, and then maybe push higher. But maybe it might not do that. It might just, you know, test it and maybe just find, you know, support and maybe push higher. But we'll see. Looking at our Mary grid, you can see that previous range on the monthly we're still below. On the weekly, we're above with floating, which is pretty much that 1300 level right there. Crack that 1300 level, and you might test this 1200 level, and then fail that, and then you're going to go to the pivot low, which is at 1096 ish around there. This is a 30-minute also, so that 1200 level. If you crack this level and push lower, take out, you know, this low right here, which is at 1279, and that 1261, you're definitely going to be going to 1200. Crack that, and you're going to retest the lows, which is a good thing, because then if you have a failed new low, then the bulls are going to be like, you know what, we didn't take out this low, the bottom is in, let's push higher, and then that's when, you know, the action begins. Same thing here, found this low, we popped all the way up to this reverse pivot here I have, which is at 1400, and now this is the big range that we're going to have from the 111 all the way to the 114, and then within that range, these are going to be key levels you want to watch, just using this technique. This is a system I use, and this is a system that's indicating me, telling me that the low is in. That low right there is was it 1096, but this green line that's where, you know, it got right back above it. So you want to keep an eye on that, which is that 1150 area, and this level right here you want to keep an eye on too. Make sure it doesn't take that out, that 1290. If it takes that out, then it's going to definitely test this level, but it should find support if it cracks down. And if it holds this one, it should probably try to test this one and push higher and maybe get to 1679 or around that 1633 level. This is the thing I wanted to show you. Reason why I took time off from trading, not trading, but like doing videos and stuff like that, and just kind of like analyzing the whole year and what worked, what didn't work in regards to calculations. And one thing I realized that I wasn't doing my calculations during the euro was that I wasn't watching the dollar. And the dollar had something very interesting when I did my calculations with the dollar. And this is more for the astro traders that are out there. As you can see, we did a pivot low on May 8th right here, right? We spiked up all the way to June the 11th, put a pivot high, put a pivot low on July the 1st, shot up all the way up to the October the 3rd, put a low on the October 16th, shot up to the December the 8th, and you know, and it did all this. Now look at this line. What is this line? This line right here is Mercury. So the dollar put a pivot low on May 8th, right? And then Mercury started retrograding, going backwards. What happened to the dollar? June 6th started going down. Mercury then rebounded and started going direct and started going, going back in circular motion, and went direct, got out of retrograde. And what happened to the dollar? It put a pivot low on July the 1st and ran all the way up, and you can see a correlation between Mercury and the dollar. Mercury started turning October the 3rd, ish around there. But I'm saying, it probably was another date, but I'm just giving you the date that the dollar started turning. That's why I got the pivots. October the 3rd, and then put a low, what is it, the 15th, and maybe Mercury started retrograding maybe a couple of days later, but it put a pivot low there. But the key is not it's kind of the dates, but just showing you the vibration and the influence that Mercury was having with the dollar. And then look, the dollar started going up. Interesting here, you can see that sometimes astro trading sometimes works, but there's other factors that kick in that you just can't explain it, because you don't know unless you spend your whole life trying to in detail see what influences what happened here. But you can see there was nothing going on here, and they got a pullback on the December the 8th, and then put a pivot low on December the 16th, and then shot up, kind of like it lost motion or something, but then continue following the trend. And then as of right now, the high is January the 26th of that 95.85, and Mercury retrograde now, and it's turned down. So looking at what the dollar has done in the past and Mercury has done in the past, could it be a possibility that Mercury, the dollar now, pulls back, and when Mercury goes direct, will retest this high and then complete this cycle and see what happens? I don't know, because you can see here it started going high and retrograding and pulling back up, and you can see that the dollar just kept going down. So it wasn't really following this, and you can see that when it turned, it put a pivot eye here, and then it turned back up. It kept going down, spiked up here. So it was doing its own thing here compared to this. But what happened here that it locked? And another thing you want to keep in mind is it's not always going to be in sync, and because if that's the case, then we'll all be millionaires. That's the interesting thing about astro trading, that sometimes things work and lock in sync, but then like another vibration or variable or something kicks in and changes it, and now this doesn't work. It's something else that's affecting it or influencing or doing something to it. So I figure I'd just show you that for astro traders. This is one thing that now I'm going to start analyzing, is the dollar more in depth with the euro, and kind of get a better gauge. But I'm giving really you insight of what could be happening for the dollar these next couple of days. If this pattern plays out, that means it's going to start going down, and that we may have a top with the dollar, and we may have a bottom with with the euro, and then see what happens towards March or whatever, if this cycle ends and then everything changes. Now the dollar starts going down, the euro starts going up. I don't know, we'll see, but it's early in the game. Lastly, I want to show you, before I do that, is these are the dates that I'm calculating. There's some things that worked, some things didn't work. I still have my ergonometry. I find that this helps out a lot. Dates I have is 17, 18. Square outs helped out a lot. 5th to 21st. And these are the GAN emblems. These are the dates. So right now we're on the 1st. This is a date you probably want to watch, because key dates. Next will be the 7th, which will be a 45 and a 270 degree. And these are astro stuff. There's a bunch of them lining up, but there's a reason why they're all like that. Not that I'm just throwing numbers and see what hits. It's just that there's a reason in regards to the astro part of it. But what I try to do is find a cluster of dates that all kind of line up together with some technicals, and then see what price action does. And if it's doing something not normal or heavy volume picks in, I feel like then I could have a greater edge trading either long or short or scalping. So these are dates you want to watch for February. Keep an eye on those. As the same with the seasonal dates, 18th, 20th, 26th. You can see that some dates here line up here with ergonometry, as you see as the 18, the 20, it's a 144 degree right there. And what are the dates I have here? The 18, 20, and the 26. I don't know if there's a 26 here. See, I don't have a 26 here. 25th. close. And lastly, the big picture. This is a monthly, weekly, daily, and 12-hour. You can see that on the monthly, let's go all the way to the big one. You can see that we're starting to build up a base here. My indicators are saying that, this could be a possible low or a bottom on the monthly. And you can see that we got a hockey stick here. We got a hockey stick here, but it's not telling me to go long. Like I said here, the swing, Gann swing is just telling us, still bearish. So don't even think about going long just because I'm saying, that there's a possibility that the bottom is in. Let price confirm it. But if you kind of get an edge or an idea, we're close, we're here. Now let me see how this price action behaves, and let me see, if there could be a nice little scalp or build a position. Let's see if this is true. So you got a Fisher selling, telling me that there could be a possibility, but let's see. Nothing positive here. Tima's going back and forth, so there's a lot of action going on here within this 1300 level, 1311. So let's see. MACD is pushing higher. You got a Fisher buy signal on the weekly. You had a cluster here, so let's see how this this week coming up goes. MNG is starting to climb up. You can see that we've been having inside days here, but below the 20, you're still below the 20 here. You're in chop zone right here, so this is all going to be probably a lot of noise. You probably put a buy, you get stopped out. It's just going to get ugly. Wait till price at least get above at least 1450, and let this establish a bottom, even if it double tested again and then shoots up and gets above the 20. Your possibilities of making more money would probably be there than getting here right now, because it's going to just get a little ugly. You got a Mobo buy signal here. MACD is like showing higher. Fisher buy signal. MNG is above the 50 line, so that's good. Short term, daily range, and then the 12-hour. You can see that this is where we at. It's in chop zone. So that's that. Hopefully this video helps, and I'll keep posting my thoughts on on the euro. But this week should be interesting. Keep an eye on it and make some pips.